What is happening? Welcome to the Plus Pitch Podcast, the morning pitching podcast from pitcherlist.com. My name is Nick Pollack. Today is April 10th. And yes, we are going to talk about baseball. Oh, it's Revin Gausman as our SP roundup today, as Kevin Gausman was unbelievable. He went 8 innings, 0 earned runs, 4 hits, 0 walks, and 10 strikeouts in Fenway, 17 whiffs. So you're thinking to yourself, okay, hold on a second. A couple things must be true. Either the fastball velocity is not down, it must be at like 95, or the splitter is back, or there's something else. Well, okay, there wasn't something else. Absolutely not. And the splitter, oh, get this. No, 4 over 31 whiffs. So that's like a 12% swing strike rate, something like that. So then fine, the four-seamer, that 62% usage must have been insane. Well, it was, but it was 92.8 miles per hour. Now, he did gas it up for some of those strikeouts, but that means that other ones were like 91 and 92. And what? Like 13 for 58 whiffs for Gausman's four-seamer. 40% CSW in Fenway. 18.3 inches of vert on it, which is not like the 16-inch change that we saw last year. But man, like this feels wrong. You know, there are a lot of times I do roundups and I see these great performances. And all I want to do is say to you guys, oh my gosh, this guy was amazing. I'm so encouraged. We're actually going to see someone who you might not think, especially entering this season, that I'd be jazzed about, but someone who's actually doing some really good things and I think is more legitimate than actually this from Gausman. But we saw Zach Gallen have like that 6-inning, 13 strikeout game, and then of course it was terrible after that, right? Like, I feel like this is the same thing with Kevin Gausman. Maybe the whole Blue Jays thing of like having these 92, 93 mile per hour four-seamers with 18 inches of vert is just destroying guys. Gausman's doing it, Bowden Francis is doing it, Easton Lucas is doing it. It's something to be thinking about, and I don't know. I mean, look, the splitter at least wasn't a low strike rate. It was just not getting whiffs, so I guess it was getting outs and then setting up the four-seamer more. At the end of the day, you got to keep going with it, right? He goes against Atlanta next. You're not going to say no, but I don't think it's real. So you might want to sell high right now on Kevin Gausman. Mitch Keller, oh gosh, not this again. Okay. 7.1 innings, 0 runs against the Cardinals. 4 hits, 1 walk, 6 Ks. Nick, you got to stop hating on Mitch Keller. I don't know. It's like, what does he do that's really great? He had more slider whiffs this time, which is cool. 6 for 22, 32% usage. But everything else was just really bad. You know, the heaters were not very good. It wasn't coming in hard at all. The curve is not very good against left-handers. I mean, yes, he had a better slider against righties in this one. Awesome. Great. But no, I don't want to buy into it. I think he's a hipster at best. I don't want to go for Mitch Keller. Max Fried, Ace is going to ace. 37% CSW, though. 7 innings, 0 earned runs, and 11 strikeouts. My gosh. We're not supposed to see this version of Fried yet. We're supposed to see this, like, in a couple weeks. You know, like, yeah, you're like your highly anticipated new season of your favorite drama. You're not supposed to see good Max Fried for another week or so. It's not supposed to get good. You get it? They gotta wait like a couple episodes. Okay, I'm so sorry. Max Fried is looking great. Joe Ryan actually is still not his best self, but had 7 innings of shutout ball against the Royals. We'll take it. 4 Ks, yeah, fine, but 2 hits in 7 innings. You have 93 on the four-seamer, not 94. And he had some good splitters to lefties. That's okay. The slider and sweeper stuff to the righties are still not there. And it's just, you know, I think about this a lot where we think we consider development, and a guy like Joe Ryan, who I really think needed one more really clean offseason to become his best self. Well, he was recovering from his Terry's strain, and that meant he didn't get to focus on development. He just wanted to stay healthy. So this is something I'm going to be thinking about for next year of guys who I'm expecting to take a leap forward. I want them to have a really just a smooth, clean offseason where they can actually develop. And Joe Ryan not being able to focus on anything means like, yeah, of course he's not going to have anything better right now. But then again, I mean, he was still really good last year and the whip is great and we're all happy. Max Meyer against the Mets. This is kind of wild. 6.1 innings of 0 runs, 2 hits, 2 walks, 4 Ks. We're happy with it. But I'll be honest with you. This is like Max Meyer from last year. Every start we've gotten has gotten a little bit worse. And now we're at 94 on the four-seamer, which is the same as last year. Okay, at least he has like a sinker that is a little bit better, or more of an addition. We have the sweeper a bit. but the sweeper's not very good. And the slider, which was at 92, and then I was at 90. And guess what? Last year was at 88, and now it's at 88 and 89. This is like the same dude, and I was not in a Max Meyer then. So, but anyway, his sinker against righties is much better. So at least there was that. But yeah, like Max Meyer, buddy, I want you to be the old guy. Did you not, is your arm angle like back to the, over the top that it was? Like I want it to be low and better. I don't know. The vert is not the same either on the four seamer. It's a little frustrating. But we're going to keep going. Hopefully that it's okay against the snakes. But if it's bad there, I'm like, oh no. I might be sounding the alarm bells then. Eric Fede is the Toby, and he got the Pirates. And what do you know? Good stream. All right. Brandon Pfaadt. I've been saying this. I'm finally in on Brandon Pfaadt. Now, it's not perfection yet. And this was against the Orioles, but he got a win. 6 innings of 0 runs, only 6 base runners, 3 Ks. We like this a lot. The main reason I've been in on Pfaadt is because he's not just sweeper, four-seamer, sinker anymore. He has changeups and curveballs he utilizes against lefties. Yes. Now, 37% usage against lefties for those changeups and curveballs. They combine for a 53% strike rate. So, okay, we have room for improvement. But he's doing Blake Snell blueprint. He's got the four-seamers upstairs. He has those secondaries down against right-handers. He's got the sweepers down. This is cool. He doesn't need to be like the greatest thing ever against lefties. He just needs to be fine. Because he should be really good against righties. He has a sinker inside. He has a sweeper away. He's a four-seamer goes upstairs. It's all good there. It's just about not utilizing sweepers endlessly against lefties. Okay, that's cool. I'm still going with Brandon Pfaadt. This is the most I've ever been on Brandon Pfaadt, maybe since his debut. But even then, it was like a terrible matchup for like his first 3 starts, and it was so painful. This is probably the most I'm in of Brandon Pfaadt. It's pretty cool. Hunter Brown, 6 innings, 0 runs, 2 hits, 0 walks, and 3 Ks. If you watched my YouTube video last time on Hunter Brown, by the way, if you're not doing that, you're missing out. I do a pitcher breakdown every single weekday. It is so fun. I take your suggestions. We watch an inning or two. I tell you what you should be thinking with all this stuff. It's really cool. And I did it on Hunter Brown because he was at 98 last time. I was like, oh, okay. Well, my question about Hunter Brown has been, what is the pitch that's going to be the leader pitch? Oh, it's clearly the fastball, like 97.8 miles per hour. I mean, duh, that's really good. Well, it was down to 96 in this one. And the curve was 50-50 on execution. Like sometimes it was good, sometimes it was bad. It wasn't this really polished thing. And this was in Seattle. And I'm wondering if it wasn't in Seattle, it could have been worse. It was only 18% CSW. 18%, 13 whiffs, but like no called strikes. I mean, maybe, you can say, oh, cool, the Seattle Mariners are just swing happy against Hunter Brown. Fine, but I don't know. I like having things neatly arranged and understood. Okay, shocking, right? When I do analysis, I'm gonna be like, oh yes, that is this is this is that. Hunter Brown is just so weird. He's just weird. Okay. Jack Flaherty against the Yankees. 5-point win innings of 0 runs, 3 hits, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts. He's doing the thing that we want to see from him, which is sliders and curveballs definitely placed at the bottom of the zone and underneath. Oh, it's gorgeous. Really, this is actually fantastic, Jack Flaherty. I probably should raise him in the list to like 30 or so. Actually, where Ryan Pepio is where Jack Flaherty should be. Like slightly higher, like 1 or 2 spots higher than Pepio. You have Taijuan Walker against Atlanta. 4.2 innings of 0 runs, 5 hits, 3 walks, 5 Ks. Look, a gold star. You deserve it. I expected nothing out of this, so that's pretty cool. And Logan Allen also, I guess, maybe 4.2 innings of 0 runs, but it was against the White Sox. He has 2 first names also, so it was just so boring. 4 whiffs, 24% CSW. Yeah, no. Grant Holmes finally pitched again. It was against the Phillies, and you're wondering, oh man, 4 innings. I saw this in the comments actually, and I understand it. 4 innings from Grant Holmes. When is Atlanta gonna let him get stretched out? Well, there's 4 innings, 0 runs, 3 hits and 4 walks and 6 Ks, and 104 pitches. Atlanta's letting him go. Okay, this is on the real estate broker, Grant Holmes. All right. Now, what's interesting to me is I don't think he pitched inefficiently. Like, I don't think he actually, when I see a lot of guys that are massive pitch counts after 4 innings, I see them going all these waste pitches and all this kind of stuff. That wasn't it. Really, I implore you, if you have PL Pro, you can look up the live app of Grant Holmes, and you'll see everything that I get to see here of that game, of the strike zone plots, of how he located everything. And the thing is, if you're watching this episode on YouTube, you're gonna see in a moment the strike zone plot right in front of you as I load it up. Of course, right now in real time. But no, Grant Holmes, what he's doing is he's throwing these four seamers and these curveballs beautifully against left-handers. So you have them up on the top left, and then the bottom right, you have those curveballs. So it's just great pitch separation. And then you have sliders down and away constantly against right-handers, and then four seamers upstairs. So he's going Blake's Snell blueprint entirely, which is so good to see. It's everything that we want for Grant Holmes, and I feel like, wow, you really should have gone like 6 innings here. So you can get access to that app with the PL Pro subscription. You can get 15% off yearly with promo code podcast, all in caps. Go and sign up for today. You can get those amazing things like the live app, which is essentially the data that I use for the SP Roundup. I actually used to use a lot of Savant stuff and instead took Savant stuff, went to Kyle Plan. I was like, Kyle Plan organizes this much better for what actually matters. And that's our live app right now, and we continue to improve it. It is so cool. You have Tyler McGill against the Marlins, 4 innings, 0 runs, 6 hits, 3 walks, 7 Ks, 16 whiffs, though, 34% CSW, 90 pitches. Just like with Grant Holmes, I really like what Tyler McGill was doing. 9 over 45 four-seamer whiffs is great. He's leaning upstairs. That means he has his sinker going in the zone, helping out against right-handers. The only problem here was 47% strikes on that slider, and it was also all the way down in 83, which I think is still fine. But he needs to throw strikes with it. So I'm a huge fan of this with Tyler McGill. He has some really good locations as well with it, with that four-seamer. Just a little bit off, but like I think we're cool here. All right, we have other guys to talk about, including a guy who won the Gallows poll, who I'm very excited about, and you should be too. We're going to talk about him after this break. Is that guy Tyler Mahle? No. But he got the win against the Cubs. 7 innings, 1 run, 2 hits, 1 walk, and 4 Ks. Oh, man. Should that be the gold star? Well, the thing is, you know how we're kind of excited? Like, oh, you know what? Throughout the spring, he had this lower velocity. But you know what? He's up to like 93 now. Everything is fine. He was 90.4. And sure, it was probably cold in Wrigley and all. And he had good location, 35% CSW. But 90.4 on Tyler Mahle's fastball is just what? Oh, boy, no. No. Okay. Tanner Houck is still struggling a little bit. You have 6.2 innings and 1 run, so not on the results, which is nice, but 3 whiffs, 23% CSW, just 2 strikeouts. And he's not, it does look like he's also bucketing his sweeper into 2 pitches, one with a more traditional bend that we see, and one with a little bit less bend but more drop to it, which might be why I'm seeing the -3 horizontal break on that sweeper. It's still not, the separation of the two might be accidental. It might be deliberate. Regardless, overall, it's a sub 50% strike rate. So that's not cool. You're induced a lot of outs on the splitter to lefties. That's nice. Yay. Cool. Awesome. But this does not feel like Tanner Houck, and you don't want this kind of Tanner Houck at all. Randy Vasquez, how am I supposed to butter my bread with 1 strikeout in 5 innings against the Athletics? Got the win. I mean, look, if you want to go for this and understand that Koufax isn't always going to be there for his 1 hit in 5 innings, good luck. Go, bless you. Do what you want to do. This is not it. He was also down 1 to 2 ticks. Seth Lugo against the Twins, 5.2 innings of 200 runs. Yay. Got the loss? No. 5 hits, 3 walks? No. 6 Ks? All right. Dusty donut time. Whatever. It's Seth Lugo. He's doing Seth Lugo things. We move on. Osvaldo Bido against the Padres, 5 innings, 200 runs, 9 hits, 0 walks, and 5 Ks. If he throws strikes, he should be fine against the White Sox. He got singled out in this one. I mean, he actually had no walks, so at least that's cool. I'm not the biggest Bido fan just because Osvaldo is too inconsistent and like the ceiling isn't that high. So, I'm not in. Tyler Anderson won 3.2 innings of 200 runs in cores. Okay, cool. Awesome. Ryan Pepio against the Angels got the win. 5 innings, 300 runs, 6 hits, 3 walks, 5 Ks. Dusty donut there. I like the fact that he went 7 for 18 whiffs on his changeup. And his 4-seamer was really good at the top of the zone. Like, he nailed it incessantly, but only at 23% CSW on that pitch, which is kind of weird. I feel like he pitched really well, and just the results didn't come from whatever reason. Luis F. Castillo, Mr. F., is not the Castillo you should care about. That's 4 innings of 300 runs. It's the wrong one. We move on. Sean Burke against the Guardians, 3 innings, 300 runs, 3 hits, 4 walks, 4 Ks. Oh man, 93.8 on the fastball. Come on, you're supposed to be like 96. And you're supposed to be better than 52% strikes with a slider and 2 of 18 whiffs on the curve. Just saying. Yusei Kikuchi is not getting better. This is his third straight start of facing a weak team. This was the Rays. So first he faced the White Sox and the Cardinals, and now it's the Rays. 6 innings, 4 earned runs, 6 hits, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts, just 7 whiffs. Kikuchi is not taking advantage of these matchups at all. His four-seamer is down 2 to 3 inches of vert at 14.5, and that's not good. Like, it was at 17, and now it's at 14.5. Oh, gosh. Slider went 1 for 35 whiffs. He had to throw so many more changeups and curveballs. This was all against righties, by the way. He didn't face a single lefty. And it was just like his rainbow plot. There's felt like no direction to it. I am scared of this. He gets the Rangers next. Kikuchi, oh no. I am not in. Jake Irvin might actually be against the Pirates next. This was 6 innings of 4 earned runs, 7 base runners, and 7 Ks against the Dodgers. But his curveball, it looks alive. His sinker looks great. He has 7 feet of extension. Yeah, this might work. This might work against the Pirates. I feel like he's got his curveball going. Nick Martinez disappointed against the Giants with 5.2 innings of 4 earned runs and 8 base runners, but he did have 8 Ks. And look, I think that Nick Martinez is a guy that when he's able to avoid the heart of the plate a lot, he'll avoid those hits. If he's able to keep his hits down, he will have a phenomenal game. I mean, he doesn't walk batters. He has a good strikeout rate. I think overall, Nick Martinez is, it's not quite a Toby. I guess he's a hipster a bit, where it's going to be more strikeout heavy than other like Toby types, but generally he's just like a Toby. You might have like a 4 ERA at the end of the year, though. We'll see. Justin Verlander is the guy y'all should be focused on. Because, yes, he went 5.2 innings of 5 earned runs, 5 hits, 3 walks. But he went 9 strikeouts and 20 whiffs with a 37% CSW. A gallows pull here. And he added 2 ticks on his four-seamer slider this year. There's a quote from chat saying that Verlander mentioned that his mechanics finally fixed his neck pain. And he's feeling as good as he has since 2022. Yeah, you're getting 20 whiffs, Justin Verlander. You know, the whole pushback I've had is like, yeah, he should be a good ratio guy, but the strikeouts won't be there. Well, maybe the strikeouts will be there now. You know, like, he gets the Phillies next. I feel as if people might avoid Verlander because it's the Phillies, but I'd say you should pick him up now. This looks like the best version of Verlander. Yeah, you want this. You want this. I mean, not like the best version of like peak Verlander, but this should be really good. Shota Imanaga against the Rangers, 5 innings of 5 earned runs, 7 hits, 1 walk, 4 Ks. He allowed 2 home runs, but he didn't have velocity very high. It was at 90 miles per hour. Now remember, Tyler Mahle was also at 90, so I imagine very cold. Affected both of them. So, okay, what are we going to do? We move on. Landon Knack, 2.1 innings in 5 earned runs against the Nationals. You know, his slider is really supposed to be his thing, but he faced a lot of lefties, so he went changeups and curveballs, which weren't good. Just throw the slider instead. Just throw the slider then. If those aren't good, might as well take the chance with the slider, even though it's offhand batter. Like, it'll be fine. Just throw the slider because it's a better pitch. Dean Kramer against the Snakes, 4.2 innings of 6 earned runs, and it's just kind of like, yeah, Dean Kramer is, oh man, he's a 15-team hipster. That is, 12-teamers are not dealing with it. 15-teamers, you're going to question if it's worth the high ceiling starts. And Antonio Sensatella had 4.1 innings of 8 earned runs and 8 hits. And of course, you know, he allowed all those hits before, but he knew that wasn't going to stick with a low ERA. Okay. What do we got today? We got Jesus Luzardo versus Spencer Schmallenbach. That should be a lot of fun. I am going to be streaming on playback this afternoon at 2:15. So come by, watch the game with me. Michael Wacha's going up against the Twins. Should be a lot of fun. But that is it for today. My name is Nick Pollack, and may your BABIPs be low. Oh, and your strikeouts high.